Hi, welcome to the Professional Natural Hair and Extensions Business Academy. So you notice I keep using the word business because we want you to get into business. We want you to use your hands and create your own business. We want you to be able to earn your own living. We want you to get out of the poverty state and be able to help yourself, to help your family. So we have become like what you would call a business ambassador, helping you to see that skill in your hands that you don't know you have already. My name is Joy Fido, and I am going to take you through today's section again. Usually exciting, usually interesting, usually inspiring and motivational, and gives you time to what they call food for thought. We want you to be able to sit down and think things through your head and see how you can help yourself, help your life. So welcome on board. So I'll tell you what our dream is for you, which is why we keep doing what we do. Our dream is for you to be able to earn your own living. We want you to be able to have that money that will help you run your own life. Have the money that will help you run your own family. Have the money that will help you support your loved ones. And we know you have it. We know you have that capability to do that, and that's why we're here constantly reminding you of things you need to do in order to bring it to life. So the topic today, it's going to be an explosive one. It's going to be one that people are going to start thinking again about what's going on around them. If you've been watching, you would have watched the one we called Born to Win. You also have watched the one, there's so many of them. How do I make money? What's going on in my life? There's so many interesting, inspirational topics that we call the personal development side of our business. But we're not going to be able to start encouraging you to go into business if you don't really know what's going on. And you know why we come to you with this? We know what's going on. And because we know it, in our natural ability to share knowledge, we come to you with these things. We're not being paid for bringing this information to you, but we want you to learn. We want you to know what's going on around you. And you know what they say? Knowledge is power. Once you have the knowledge, you are going to be able to sit down and turn your life around. And the reason these things keep coming to us, coming to our spirit, is because of the questions you've been asking. There have been so many questions. I mean, we have nearly 6 million or is it more now views, and each time we bring something on board, people have questions and we have to respond. And today's topic is just one of them, which has been a big one. It's been hanging there for so long, and I've been trying so hard to avoid it. But you know what they say, if it's there in your spirit and it's nagging you in the spirit, you just have to do it. And I have to do it. And today's topic is going to be exciting. So what's the topic today? What we are bringing to your knowledge today, if you are a natural hair carer, you work with natural hair, you work mostly with black hair, you do not want to touch chemicals at all, and you are based in the US, and you live in a state that's tying you down with laws, we want you to know that that cosmetology license is a racist law. Cosmetology license is a racist law if you are someone who's out there trying to earn a living by creating natural hairstyles, but there is a law out there blocking you from doing what you should be doing. Now my question to you and to whatever state that's brought this law about is, who is actually benefiting? Who is benefiting from this law, cosmetology license? Who is benefiting from it? And I want you to start asking yourself questions. If you follow me a lot on these personal development trips, I tend to encourage you to make sure you ask questions anytime things are happening around you. So you've given me laws. How am I benefiting from this law? You have put me in a position where I have to do something in order to achieve something. Could you explain to me why I am doing that? Who is going to gain from this law that you have put in place? And I know I have responded to this in the past in one of those hair support programs we did at some point. People have been asked to go and join the cosmetology school. Go to cosmetology school, you spend 2 years, 18 months, they quote them in hours, and then people have been told that these are the courses they have to take on. I have a book here I'm going to show you, and we're going to run through what the program is all about, what the prospectus talks about. Now you're going to tell me where that is supporting the natural hairstylist. If this is not a law that's not really for you. So ask yourself, does the cosmetology law support me if you are a natural hair stylist? Now, what are natural hairstyles? Any hairstyle that does not involve the use of chemicals. Now, that's what we stand here for. Why has this become a big issue? We get inquiries every day. When I take up your training, will that stop me from being chased by my state to go and take on cosmetology? I have done a course in cosmetology and I cannot deal with natural hairstyles. I want to practice my natural hairstyles based at home, but my state says no, I cannot do that. I have to be in a shop. Now some of these questions are mind-boggling. Some of my question to you, if you are one of those people who've been affected by this, is there are accountants out there, there are lawyers out there, there are surveyors out there. There's so many careers out there where people do not need to sit in an office to practice. These people actually create a room in their home and do their service, offer their service to their clients. This is the 21st century, whatever century this is. We can operate just by the internet. We can operate by the telephone. Everyone's got a cell phone, a mobile phone, practically all over the world. People have laptops and palm tops and desktops. People have internet access. So why would anyone be forcing you in this time and age to, you cannot practice what you want to do because you are not sitting in a shop? Now, as far as I'm concerned, whoever is telling you that does not have your interest at heart. I have told you over and over how I started. I started from a room in my home. Now, if you are being forced to go and set up a shop when you do not have the financial backing to set up a shop, I know the stress I have been through in order to have enough money to cover the rent of my shop. Then I know the money involved to pay to the council that runs the environment where I have my shop. I mean, there are some mean that if you owe them for 1 month, they're sending you what they call bailiffs. And bailiff's job is to come to you and clear out all your goods. So you haven't got the money to pay the council, you haven't got the money to pay your rent, you're waiting on your clients to come in and get your service. And then you then have the money to take care of your basic needs. And then someone sits out there and says to you, you just have to go and work in a shop. I mean, where we live right now, every day I go on what we call the high street. So many shops are closing down by the day. And we're not just talking regular, ordinary shops. You can tell if you've been caring about what's going on. Big companies have shut down. There's one they call Jessops. Jessops deals with cameras and things. Because the iPhones, the mobile phones, the smartphones all come now with cameras and all kinds of things going on, that company could not sustain it. And then we have the music industry, HMV in the UK. It could not deal with it because of the downloads of music and the iPads and iPods. So why is anyone then expecting you, who cannot afford the basic things in your life at the moment, to go and set up a shop? As far as I'm concerned, these are actions that are not healthy to you. They're detrimental. And they are racist as far as I'm concerned. Why am I saying racist? Because if you go to the bank, which is my experience, someone might tell me, oh yeah, did you write a good business plan? I don't want to go into that. Maybe I should just give you some hints. Someone told me not long ago, there was a man who used to work in the bank. And what was happening, people were writing amazing business plans. They would come to this bank and give this plan to the banker, the manager, and you know what will happen? Automatically living through it, oh, this is not good enough, and then they will chuck it away. But what then happens? This man walks away from the bank, disappointed obviously, and then they turn around and take that business plan and give to someone else who meets their physical appearance criteria. So there's so many things out there you are not aware of. So no one should tell me, did you do an amazing business plan? It's nothing based on business plan and all of the nonsense people want to tell you. It's who you know and who cares, who wants you to succeed. So if you haven't got the money to set up, and then someone expects you to go and set up and be in a shop in order to progress in life, that person hasn't got your interest at heart. So while I go back slightly to my racist law, cosmetology law, this is a book I have, textbook of cosmetology, and it's called Milady Standard Textbook of Cosmetology. This was given to me by my sister because I was very curious. I've been hearing all these questions. I want to do I did cosmetology. I want to do cosmetology. Will your course take care of my cosmetology needs? And so on and so on and so on. And I became really curious, which was also the same reason I went to go and study hairdressing. This is one of my books on hairdressing, which I have so many more. Again, I've told you over and over, I'm a naturally curious person and I want to know why something is the way it is. And so I got this book on cosmetology, and if you have done cosmetology or you are about to do cosmetology, these are some of the things you should be expecting to learn. They tell you about professional image, decontamination and infection control, properties of the scalp, bacteriology, draping, finger waving, shampooing, rinsing and conditioning, hair coloring, permanent waving, thermal hairstyling, chemical hair relaxing, thermal hair straightening, artistry of artificial hair, manicuring and pedicuring, nail and disorders, theory of massage, skin, facial makeup, and they just go on. Now, I have not seen anywhere here where the focus is on natural hair care, where the focus is on black hair care. It's something I like to bring to people's attention all the time, because I get clients every day telling me, I went to my hairdresser and then they wanted to they were blow drying my hair and they were pulling my hair and they didn't know how to put the hair in properly. My hair did not last long, and it just goes on and on and on. Why is that the case? I keep explaining to people, because these people are not trained in natural hair care. Everyone out there most of the time have just taken on hair naturally because they saw their parents do it, they saw their mom do it, they saw their auntie do it, and so they picked it up. And now the other option now, my husband will call it University of YouTube. or YouTube Academy. So people sit down there, watch YouTube day in, day out, and they are picking up hints and tips. And so people do not really want to sit down, gain a professional training in whatever they want to do. This is where I keep guiding people. Do not just take on something. If you want to deal with clients who will love you, who will support you, who will keep coming back for more service from you, you have to take on whatever skill you are focusing on a professional basis. And so people are now trying to get into natural hair care without knowing what they're doing. Hence, stylists are messing up people's hair, damaging people's hair constantly. And then the next thing you hear is, I have my cosmetology license. I've done my cosmetology course. If you have done cosmetology course, why are you still coming back to me to ask questions? You're asking questions because it has not supported your skill and your knowledge of the natural hair. And if natural hair is where you want to focus, which is what I remind people constantly, if you did cosmetology, who are your clients? Who do you want to attend to? If your clients are not asking for chemicals, if they're not asking for heat, being thermal straightening, if they're not asking for cutting, being hair cutting, if they're not asking for coloring, being hair coloring, who do you want to attend to? This is where the knowledge of natural hair care comes in. And if you wanted to offer this service of natural hair care, you are not going to get it from your cosmetology school. So your cosmetology school is going to teach you how to work with all these other things I've talked about. They're not going to teach you how to braid hair. They're not going to teach you how to care for the natural, kinky, coily afro hair, which I did a video recently and this was very funny. And I'm working with a client who has mixed race hair. She's half black, half white. That hair is called mixed race hair. And I'm getting people querying me, why are you calling that mixed race hair? You should have called someone from, I can't remember what race, some other race, well, can't remember. And they're asking me, why should I call someone who's got mixed race hair, or a mixture of two races? Why should I call that mixed race hair? That is still afro hair. There is a difference between afro hair, which is naturally coily, kinky coily. That's what it is. And the thing is, people who don't wear this hair cannot teach you about this hair. Because I have used myself and all my children and all my clients over the years to constantly understand the natural, kinky, coily afro hair. I work with other hair types, but the natural afro hair type is completely unique because I wear it and I know how it works. So what's going on with cosmetology is the people teaching you cosmetology have no idea about the natural afro hair. This is why, and I don't blame them for that, this is why they do not teach it, because they don't know it. L'Oreal, one of the biggest companies of hair in the world, had to get a place in Chicago with $11 million just getting that place. What were they trying to do? To understand the natural afro hair. So it's a huge, sensitive topic. It's a topic that only you with the natural afro hair can deal with. And I hate to see anyone sitting out there and telling me to see the black hair with some other racist idea in my head. You cannot see the black hair with cosmetology. You cannot do that. And I just want you to understand that. And this is why, as far as I know, the cosmetology license is racist to anyone who's trying to practice natural hair care. Because by telling you you must go and study cosmetology, I don't know what benefit they're bringing on board for you. There was a time I really tried to be in the middle to understand where we were coming from. So cosmetology is saying we'll teach you bacteriology, we'll teach you scalp conditions, we'll teach you how to care for the skin and things like that. But they are also not telling you what else you're going to be offering as your service, which is braiding, which is twisting, which is locking, which is adding hair extensions to people's hair. All these services are completely chemical free. And when I did my hairdressing course, this was one of the biggest issues I had with the college. I refused to touch the chemicals, and it was a big deal. We had to go to the awarding body to discuss this issue, because I said to them, it is against everything I stand for to put chemicals on somebody's hair. I don't mind doing anything on the head, but chemicals in that hair. Chemicals, I know the effect of chemicals. When you apply chemicals on yourself, it is going straight into your bloodstream. And when it goes into your bloodstream, the amount of havoc this does to your body, you cannot begin to quantify. And these are some of the things that exposed my understanding into this area. I read a lot of books, which I keep showing to you. If you are interested in understanding the effect of chemical on your body, these are some of the books that helped me. Hair Story, Untangling the Roots of the Afro Hair, or the Black Hair in America. This was another book that really helped me. Let's Talk Hair. So I tried so hard to go deep down into understanding what chemical was bringing into my body, which is the same question I'm asking you now. Who is benefiting from the cosmetology law or license law? How do you benefit from chemical in your hair? That was my question. And I realized that the effect of chemical on the human body is disastrous. Hence, everybody's trying so hard to go green. Hence, all of us are watching the food we eat. Because apart from hair being an issue, the food we eat, the amount of pesticides they put in, even when you try to be vegetarian, is uncountable. Then we're not talking about when they process the food and they put all types of sugar and coloring and you name it into the food. But when you then take your hands, you walk into the salon and you sit down and you say to someone, could you straighten my hair? Could you relax my hair? There, you are knowingly opening your eyes and allowing chemicals to go into your bloodstreams. Now that is your responsibility. You took that on. And I don't want anyone sitting out there and turning around and blaming anybody for ignorance, because that is ignorance. But if people out there have decided, I don't want to do chemicals anymore, I have learned a lot, now I know what's going on, and then someone now sits out somewhere and says, the law says you must do cosmetology. I think this is outright racism. And it's your role now to sit up and question whatever law, whoever is giving you this law to take on. Because it's not just for you and me today, it's for you and your future generations to come. If you don't stand up today and ask questions and clear this law away from your state, which I've been told so many people saying, I have told a few of my friends, let's go to the law, let's try and find out what's going on. You need to stand up today and question this, because no one needs to hold you down on your own hair. If the person trying to tell you to take on a law or a license, telling you just have to do it before you can practice caring for your own hair, question you should ask is, do you wear my hair? Do you know my hair? Do you know what I can do to help my hair be healthy? Because if what you're bringing on board to me is chemicals and straightenings and colors and cutting, that's not what my hair does. And those are not the kind of clients I'm going to be attending to. That was what I took on when I took my hairdressing course. And I took my college on, and we went to the agent, the awarding body that stood on my side, because they understand that here in the UK. And I've had people asking me, you mean in the UK you don't have a license that says you must operate hair? We all need education, we all need training. But you have to know what side of your hair you want to deal with. If you know you're going to be taking on chemicals, by all means go and take on cosmetology law or license. But if you are not going to be taking on chemical relaxers or coloring or cutting and all of that, you do not need the cosmetology license. And I am telling you that today. And I want you to stand up for yourself and go to whatever body that has given you that law and tell them they need to tell you how that cosmetology license is going to benefit you. Because if you don't do that today, you are going to tarnish the future for your own children as well, who probably were interested in hair and wanted to take it on and now have been stopped because of some stupid law. You're going to hear when people like Martin Luther King stood up for black people, they were not scared. They stood up, and today you can enter the bus. Rosa Parks stood up and said, I'm not doing that. Time people stand up for what they believe in, what they don't feel comfortable with. Because this has been nagging on my mind for so long, and I thought it was going to go away, but it's not going away. People are still querying me every day. If I take on your course, which I know is absolutely useful to me, would my state let me practice my service? I'm not in your state. I've told you over and over. But I'm not going to come to your state and fight on your behalf. You have to stand up for yourself. When I took on my training here, I stood up for myself. And today, we have what we call the HABIA certification for our training. So going away from licensing and cosmetology, what we offer you, which we've talked about over and over, are completely natural hairstyles. And like I've said, if you feel like taking on cosmetology for the sake of it because you want to offer multiple skills, by all means do it. But what I really do not want to deal with anymore from people is people asking me, cosmetology is not for me. This is not what I want to offer, but I'm being forced to do it. This is where I want you to stand up for yourself and question your state. Even if it has to be a letter, you have to write out all the things, all the services you want to give to your clients. If you need help from me, I am more than happy to support you by maybe writing the letter format for you, telling you the kind of questions you need to ask. I am ready to support you on that. Stand up for yourself, do that. And don't sit back there and tell me that the reason you cannot take on trainings because I'm not guaranteeing you that my training will stop you from getting cosmetology law. Now what we offer, which is HABIA certification, is purely for you to work with the natural hairstyles, no chemicals involved. Luckily for us, especially in the US, we have over 33 states that approve of the HABIA certification. If you find you're struggling with the state where you're based, I know it's a lot to take on, and this is a business you want to take on, consider moving away from that state. I've been given that option by so many people. You don't have to get stuck. That's the one good thing about living in the US. You don't get stuck in one state. If you know that is not going to help you, the state you live in is not helping you, and you have tried your best to take them on and they're still not letting you go, move on to another state and practice your service. Because this is what we bring on board as always. We want you to do what makes you happy. Like we always say, life is a journey. And the journey we're taking from the day we were born and gradually till the day we leave is down to us. Those decisions should be yours to take. It shouldn't be tied to someone stopped you from doing what you wanted to do. So I'm hoping this message is coming across clearly. Cosmetology license is racist. It's not based on you being able to practice your natural hair care. So if you can sort that out and you decide to follow us on this natural hair route, we are ready to offer you everything that will help you grow that business dream in your head. We talk to you about hair care, we talk to you about how hair grows, we talk to you about hair types. And our skill is not just for the natural kinky hair. Our skill is for any hair type as long as there's no chemicals involved. You'll be able to create unique designs. You'll be able to apply extensions on your client's hair. You'll be raking in so much money. We did a video telling people you can make over $2,000 in a week. And this has been a topic. Everyone's curious. How do you do that? I've explained the maths of it for you. If you're charging from $200 per client and you dealt with 10 clients or 5 clients in a week, that's £1,000, $1,000. If you were to deal with 10 clients in a week, that's already $2,000, and that's how it grows. And you can even make more than that. So each day that you don't do what you need to be doing, each week you're leaving your skills behind. You're losing over $2,000. We want you to think about that and organize yourself, organize your thoughts, and don't allow anyone distract your journey of life. So the question I asked earlier is, why can you not work from home? Why is that a problem? Because we've had so many inquiries again on that topic. There was one case where someone called us. We have a package which we've offered. I'll show you that soon. And we've said to you, you can work from home. You can actually study, learn all the skills that we have for you, 21 different business skills. You can sit at home and learn all of them with our support on Skype. And you will get your certificate sent to you in your home, allowing you to practice. In addition to our 21 techniques, we have added there 7 DVDs on how to run a hair business. These are the things that will help you change your life. And we know this because we have worked with so many women across the world who have turned out to be absolutely great with what they do. You already have the skills in your hand. I'm not going to go and look for it from somewhere and put it in your hand. No, you have it already. All you're looking for now is how to be guided to do it. And that's what we bring on board. We are guiding you on how to place your fingers when you're picking strands of hair, how to section the hair, how to create unique designs. All of these things are what we teach you. How not to damage people's hair, because I get that question all the time. I went to the African shop. This is what I get all the time, mostly from the US. I went to the African shop and they messed up my hair and they pulled my hair and they damaged my hair. Yes, because they are not aware of how to care for hair. So what we're teaching you is how to care for hair, as well as, giving your clients glamour. Now, when you got all of that in a package that's brought to you in your home, and then you're still saying to me, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to help you. And this particular person called us and is, I want to take up your skill. Yes, you can take up our skill. And then, but I would need to open a shop because I'm not allowed to work from home in my state. If I work from home, I will be prosecuted. Now that was heartbreaking. What state behaves like that? What government does that to its own people? Right now, there are no jobs out there. And I have done a video empowering people to come out of their shell and stop being lazy. Because I saw it as laziness. You got 2 hands, you got a head, you don't want to do something. Now that's laziness. But then there are people out there who actually wanted to do something with their hands, and suddenly they cannot operate from home because their state will prosecute them. I am shocked. And I cannot even begin to explain how I feel about such behavior from any lawmaker, because they are as human as you are. They are going out there and earning salaries and taking care of their families and living their own lives. And you cannot do anything. So where do you end up? On the unemployment line? And when will this employment come? Because employment is something I try to explain to people. There is no human being out there that was put on this earth to create employment for you. Ideally, the government should, because these are the people you voted into power. with the hope that they will make life better for you. But unfortunately, governments have failed the people in so many countries. In so many ways, they have failed us. So we have to sit down here and create our own job. This is what I've done. Over the years, I have told my story over and over and over. I lost my job and I had no other choice. I have 4 children. I had to find a way to care for myself and my family. And now, right now, when anyone tries to stress me unnecessarily, I say to them, I have 4 children. I have myself to care for. If you think I do not need to set up a business, then tell me the job you want me to do to take care of my family. Because their plan is to continue to keep you down. You continue to live in the poorest of environments. You continue to wear the scruffiest of clothes. You continue to look the most boring, the saddest of human beings because you're poor. And you think that is normal? There is nowhere written in the Bible that our God who created us said we're meant to be poor. All I read every day is, my children should not suffer. All the flowers in the garden and all the birds in the sky, if I can care for them, why can't I care for my own children? That's what our God said. So if anyone is bringing a spirit of poverty and sadness into your life, that person does not care for you. So whenever you wanted to, or you want to sit up, stand up for yourself, and someone tries to continue to press you down and hold you down, you need to snap out of that sad state of mind, that sad state of spirit, and question it. Question anyone who says to you, you cannot work from home. Ask them, can you provide me a paid office that I can work from? Can you get me a shop to work from? Can you give me the job to do? Because when you sit out there, I know there are those who just like to be paid by government. And here in the UK, we call it benefits. So you just want to be waiting for government to hand you little monies every week. You might think they're helping you, but unfortunately, they're not helping you. You know why? Because they've blocked your mind. You cannot think anymore. And for as long as you're being given that little stipend, that's you for life. Now, I don't think you were made for that. I don't think your purpose, your journey on earth was to come and wait to be handed over little stipends every week. And as far as we know life, we're not going to be here forever, because there have been so many people who came and they've gone. So your role then becomes, let me keep waiting for this little stipend until the day my journey is over too. That's not what I preach here. And I got a new business idea I've been coming up with, which I'm going to encourage you to start snapping out of this poverty state. Because as far as I'm concerned, we all have that ability to create wealth. And I want you to start understanding that. I want you to be wealthy. I want you to be great. I want you to be successful. And if hair is the route you want to take to get there, I am here 100% ready to support you. But behind my support is you supporting me too. Because if you want me to be coming here and showing you skills, things you need to do, you have to put some money down to buy the skill. Skills will not just appear in your hand. You have to contribute to it. That's what it is. You contribute a little and then I contribute a little. So we both contribute to ourselves. So when you contribute and I contribute, I want to make sure that you become the best in whatever you have come to me to learn. And everyone who's been through my training over the years, including my YouTube Academy, will know that what we bring on board is real. And we have changed millions of lives over the years. And we want yours to be one of the lives we change. But make sure you're not allowing anyone come into your head, which is one place I say to people, your mind is your biggest asset. Do not let anyone that shouldn't be in there get in there. Lock it. Get a key and lock your mind. Any idea, any knowledge, anything that's not supposed to help you, support you, guide you, direct you, that tries to get into your mind, question it. And when you question these things, it's going to help your life get better. And you are going to snap out of it. And you'll find you'll become a happier person, whose journey on this earth will be a lot lighter. So our dreams, like I've said to you, is to empower you to see the skills in your hands. And we want you to use that skill to make the money you're looking for, so you can earn the living you want and you can help your loved ones and your families. We are happy to support you on that. And for as long as you have your hands and your mind to help you on that journey, you are going to succeed. But stay strong and question if you happen to be in a state that has got cosmetology law blocking your success and blocking your progress. Question it and come out of it. And you are going to see a big change in your life. Like I said, I'm happy to guide anyone who needs help on how to go on this journey. Email me joy@worldofbraiding and .com, and I will respond to you and guide you. But please, no more sadness and sad faces and poor lifestyle anymore. Like I said in one of the videos, Born to Win, poverty is not tied to race, but it's human beings who create laws that tend to block races. And I know in particular the black race have been through a lot. Starting from slavery. Slavery caused the biggest mental block in the black race. And we all know it. And so people need to gradually start snapping out of that mental block. Because lots of people are sitting out there and automatically creating laws to help, supposedly help the black race or help the black people. How do you know what is good for a black person if you're not black? How do you know that your hairstyle is the best style for my black hair? You don't know that. And so you have no right sitting out there and imposing laws on me with the black hair and telling me this is how my hair should be treated. And that's what cosmetology brings on board. And that's what hairdressing brings on board. And I have queried it, and I know how much I had to deal with the system I work with. And people eventually heard me, because it's as plain as that. It's simple. It's as clear as you can see. Black hair is kinky and coily. Other hair types are straight or maybe wavy. And then you turn around and you want to put laws in my head that tells me how to care for my hair. This is where one of these books that I've shown you over the years comes in. On Her Own Grounds, Madam C.J. Walker. This lady, whatever she stood for at the time, one of her biggest issues was dealing with the racism she had to face when she started. There were instances where they looked for every excuse to damage her reputation. They looked for every excuse to make her look bad, and it did not stop her. But you have to stand on your own grounds, just like she did. When she helped black women years back to set up businesses of their own, which is similar to what I'm trying to empower you to do, she was called all kinds of things. And in the end, do you know where what you're going through right now reminds me of what has happened before? When she had over 10,000 workers following her. selling her products, practicing her hair type, her hair skills. What did they do? These women were the same women that were cleaning the houses of their slave masters. Cleaning the houses of their slave masters and getting paid peanuts for it. So, Madam Walker, these people were cleaning the houses of their slave masters. She started as a washerwoman. So she used to wash clothes for her masters, and this is what they were doing for a living. That was their life. And eventually she got into hair. All the details are in the book. When she got into hair and realized that black people were struggling and suffering with their hair, they were losing hair, they didn't know how to care for their hair, and she came up with the idea, of course having been taught by someone else, Madame Tombo. She then decided to make this big and eventually created her products and started selling it, and then educating other women how to care for other people's hair, similar to what I'm doing. Now this woman eventually got people believing in her and all doing what she was supporting and teaching them to do. They started making more money than what they were being paid working as washerwomen or care or cleaning their masters' houses. What did the law do? The law came in and started taxing them more. So in order to punish them for being independent and being able to create their own job, they were taxed. Heavy tax was now put on these women who were finding their way in life. So this is why I can sit here today and tell you that your cosmetology license you keep telling me about every day is not there to benefit you. It's there to sit on you and make sure you do not progress in life. So if you have the time, go and get this book. I got mine from Amazon. Go and get it and start reading your history. Because everything that's happening in your life, 3/4 of the times, is by design. Someone out there has decided to design something that will frustrate you. That's the whole idea. It's not by nature. God did not come down on earth and say, I'm going to make a set of people suffer. I'm going to make a set of people better off. I'm going to make a set of people richer, live in a better neighborhood, wear the best clothes, have the best shoes, the best cars, take on the best, spray the best perfumes. There was no such thing in the Bible. And I know black people love the Bible. I love the Bible because it guides all of us. But what you tend to find is those of us who love the Bible, go to church every day, are still the ones that are so poor and suffering. Why is that the case? And don't even take me on the journey of what I call celebrity pastors. Because instead of them to teach you how to use your hands and create a job and business for yourself, they just keep telling you, bring money to church. Where do you get the money from if you don't have a business? This is the time for you to open your eyes and push away whatever this frustration, whatever this deliberate attempt at sitting on you has been. And I will say thank you to everyone who's been listening to my messages and responding and changing their life. I get amazing emails from you people, and I am so happy that you are listening. I'm so happy that you're at least letting me know that what I'm saying is helping your life change. And if you find that what I'm saying is not helping you in any form, feel free to move on to the next channel. Because I am not here for people who don't want to hear me. I get people telling me I can't understand your English. I keep saying to people, you're lucky I'm not speaking in my language. Because I'm not forced to speak a language to make you understand. If you do not have the patience to sit down and understand what I'm saying, it is not my duty to make sure you understand. My message is to people who are willing to listen. And so if you know I have helped you one way or the other, feel free to email me. Let me know how you're getting these messages, because I'm only responding to what people want from me. And if I'm hearing that what I'm saying is not helping anyone, I will happily stop sending you messages. But please do something to help yourself. Help yourself with skills, with knowledge, with information. Read books. One day I'll start showing you, who knows, I'll show you my library, why I'm able to sit here and talk to you. Because if I didn't take on knowledge, I would not be in a position to be telling you things that you need to know. So as promised, I did say I will show you the package again, which we've shown you, and we will keep showing you just in case you haven't seen it or understood what this is about. Now, when we started on this journey, people kept saying, but you're so far away. When are you coming to this state? When are you coming to that state? When are you coming to this country? When are you coming to that country? Now, we keep explaining ourselves. We cannot really come to everybody's country at the moment. We cannot really come to everybody's state at the moment. So what we tend to do is, depending on how much enquiries we get from one state or one country, we then take ourselves to that country or to that state, and then we offer the skill to that place. So if we are going to come to a state or a country, if you happen to be in that state or in that country, it's in your interest, if this is really what you want to do, which we know, we have told you over and over, we are the #1 academy for teaching you natural hairstyles, natural hair care. If you know we are in your country or in your state, make it your business to come to us where we are based. Otherwise, get on the plane, come here where we are based. Lots of people have done it. From Barbados, from Bermuda, from Canada, from US, from Australia. People are coming here to empower their hands with the skill they need to set up their businesses. And if some of the things I have explained to you in our videos are the things you're going to be hearing from me, there is more where that came from. Because you need to know that whatever is going to change your life is down to you. If you're thinking some government, some council, some individual out there will come and change everything in your life for you, and then you are going to be this great person, it's a dream, it's a wish that will not happen. You have to make that effort. The first effort, you have to make it. And then you will find that there will be always people out there around you that your spirit will attract, that will support what you're doing. But the first step you make to take that knowledge on, to take the skill on, has to come from you. And this is one of the first steps we recommend to you. Because once you've taken this program, which is where you support me to support you, I will support you completely. I will see to it that you achieve the skill you're looking for. And that's a guarantee that we give in our training. I don't know anyone who has come through our training and I did not give the skill they wanted. This is your chance to take this on and then grow your life to the level you want it to be. So I hope I have been able to share a lot of message with you today. I hope I have contributed to your life. I hope I will continue to contribute in whatever way I can. Follow us on social media. There's so many of them out there that we are part of. There's LinkedIn, which is Joy Fido. There's Facebook, which we have so many pages. We have Joy Fido, we have World of Braiding and Extensions, we have World of Braiding, we have what I call Joy Fido International, where the personal development comes in. Now we have another one which is going to be an exciting one, and it's called Wealthy Wealth Abundance Ministry. This is where I'm trying to empower you to know that you have it in you to be great. Then we have Instagram, Joy Fido and World of Braiding. We have Twitter, Joy Fido, World of Braiding. So we're practically everywhere. Follow us. But the best one to get my attention quicker will be an email, joy@worldofbraiding.com. So see you soon.